It's interesting what people say.
Yes.
And today, so we're going to talk about some of those things they say, but you may also know somebody else
who is saying things.
Yeah. Have you ever? It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 63. Welcome to Hunt for Wellness. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we help you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. This episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great water from great machines that give you great wellness. Check it out over at waterdistillers.com. Have you ever heard someone say, or have you ever seen someone do something? I mean, have you ever?
Yes.
Okay, that was the open for this show, by the way. So today's going to be a little bit different episode because, we deal with a lot of people. If you go over to hunt4wellness.com, we have a connect button there, and people contact us about their health concerns, wellness issues, goals they want to set for their wellness, and we do this 15-minute connect call. And it's interesting what people say.
Yes.
And today, so we're going to talk about some of those things they say, but you may also know somebody else
who is saying things.
Yeah. So what we want you to remember, this is condition response here. If you hear someone saying something like this, or if you catch yourself saying it, we've got some solutions for you today.
Yes.
Okay. So these are like the 5, what are we calling these? The 5 top have you ever ... They're
the clues.
The clues.
Clues that people could use a little assistance.
Yeah. And a great idea is to connect them with us, or you should connect with us. Hunt4Wellness.com.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, when we talk about products in this program and you want to get a hold of them, just go over to Hunt4Wellness.com. In this case, episode number 63. Go to that show page. Links right there to the website. You can go on, buy the product, ship them right to your home, and works great.
Yes.
Okay. Now that we got all that commercial matter out of the way, let's start with number 1. Have you or someone you know ever said, I didn't sleep well last night?
Yes.
Yeah, that is one we hear all the time, especially from your mom.
Very common.
Yeah,
and
it is.
When also as people age a little bit, they don't sleep quite as well.
Yeah. We also did a whole podcast on getting great sleep and the self-sleep study podcast where you can take a little self-study and analyze how your sleep really is.
Right. So that was one of the things I was going to say.
Oh, did I steal your answer?
Yeah, you stole it.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry. But
that's okay. But yeah, that's one thing we were going to say. And one thing you can recommend to them is just check out the self-sleep study.
Yeah.
And the other podcast on sleep. And then there's other essential oils that are very calming and relaxing.
Yes.
And people can just put them on their hands and rub them on their shoulders or their feet and smell them. Lavender is a great one. And I just want to say Young Living's lavender is different than most lavender that you smell, because so much of the lavender that we have in our country is synthetic lavender made in a lab, and it's not real essential oil grown from plants on a farm.
Right.
And so Young Living has the seed to seal promise that chooses the right seed and the right kind of lavender. Every seed we're talking about, but particularly lavender today. They choose the right seed. They cultivate it organically. No herbicides or pesticides are used. It's distilled without solvents or anything added to it. It's then tested by Young Living and third-party labs to make sure there's no contaminants in it, and it is 100% pure, and that it meets certain constituents and standards. And if it doesn't, it is not sold. Young Living does not sell that. And then if it does meet the standard, it is bottled and sold to you. So it's true, clean, pure lavender. And so
those are the facts, but how about the stories? I mean, if you go to one of the introductory classes that we hold them both online and in person here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. But when you talk about like the very basic essential oils, there's peppermint and lavender is the one that's kind of the mellower of them. You talk about going into your room and putting a drop on your pillow just so you can take in the and of course, if people go to bed wound up, they're going to have trouble sleeping. So the whole idea is to kind of, relax yourself and just get that in. So whether you, inhale it or you put it on your pillow, or like if you have a little granddaughter, you put it on her feet.
Yeah.
Tell them about that story.
Oh, yeah. She's super cute.
Yes.
She's 9 months and, we've taken care of her and she's been fussy at times.
Yeah. Especially when she's tired.
Yeah.
They get fussy.
And like won't stop crying.
Yeah.
So I've gone to, let me get the lavender out. I put a little bit on me and then I just put a little bit on her feet, and in a minute.
It's amazing.
In a minute, she is calmed down.
Yeah, I know. It just takes so little amount.
And goes to sleep very quickly and easily. I wish we would have had that when our babies were little.
Yes. Well, how about your nursery story when you worked in the nursery?
Oh,
and
yeah.
the babies were a little fussy.
Nursery at church.
Yeah.
I would put on Peace and Calming.
Yeah, you put it on.
I would
and
on myself.
You hold the babies and they kind of,
The babies would be calmer.
Yeah, that's really neat.
So some other essential oils that are great too. And you kind of have to experiment and see which one your body likes.
Yeah, I know that some people hate lavender.
Yeah, they do.
And some people, like other ones. And like, I love Peace and Calming. Oh my gosh, I love Peace and Calming.
Yes.
That's a great one.
It is so good. And I love Roman Chamomile. I love Cedarwood. There's some other blends, Rutavala, which is very calming, Tranquil also. So there's even more than that. But those are like great starters, places to start.
Yeah.
And try those oils and see which one works for you the best, or which blend works for you the best.
Yeah. So those are all for someone, yourself, who
said I
didn't sleep well last night, or maybe a friend or a family member that's having sleep issues.
Yeah, and you can just recommend
Hunt4Wellness.com, episode 63.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the links to those other episodes we talked about as well.
Right. And just there's a couple other supplements that are helpful, like SleepEssence. That's got some melatonin in it that helps people sleep. ImmuPro also encourages sleep. So those are great supplements to try.
Yeah. How about the CBD Calm?
Yes.
That's another one.
Very good.
People like to put that on, just rub it on a little bit. And
yes.
It's very, very calming.
And then if you're worried about something that can interfere with your sleep.
Yep.
And so you want to take a look at that. What am I worried about? And pray about it.
Right. That's the spiritual side.
Right. Give it to the Lord.
Yep.
Give it to Jesus. Talk it over with him.
Yeah.
Or do you need to resolve it with someone else? Or do you need to forgive somebody?
Yep.
Don't
let the sun go down on your anger.
Right.
All those things that are very important that have a physical reaction to them.
Yes.
Even though they're mental, and some of them are, spiritual issues that you're dealing with. So,
and we are here to help you, guide you to the right thing for you, or the right thing for your friend or family member.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, is to help with that.
All right. Good. Okay. So that was, I didn't sleep well last night. How about this one? Someone who says, I love kale, or I love my electric car. No, wait a minute. That's not an ailment. But usually, those people, and of course we're stereotyping, right?
Totally.
But, that's a good sign of someone who's into natural things. And all the products that we talk about here on the program are natural. No chemicals.
Right. And so when someone says a statement or a similar kind of statement, or I love organic, things like that, it indicates they want to protect the earth.
Yeah.
And people from harm from toxic chemicals.
Yeah.
And things like that. So, and we're super passionate about that.
Yeah.
We love natural. We love protecting the earth.
Yeah. And all the products that we are brand partners for fall right in that category. And we've talked about this in other episodes, and we don't need to go really in deep into it, but just even the organic farming practices that the Young Living farms use are like super incredible. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of care going into
the plants
and how they're cultivated, how they're, harvested, and not a lot of waste. So it's really cool.
Yeah. So we've been protecting the earth. We've been composting for years and years and years, using metal straws.
Yes.
Reusing, recycling. And then we've got a boatload of experience using products that are helpful for the individual and the environment.
Yeah.
Because we have personally tested a wide variety of products in our home, both toxic and non-toxic.
Yeah. That's also why we have waterdistillers.com as our sponsor of the show.
Yes.
We've been drinking distilled water for how long? I guess it's been almost 20 years, right?
And more than 20, I think.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, so just the water that you drink is so important. And everything you put into your body, it makes a lot of sense. If it goes into your body, it's going to affect you one way or the other, either positive or negative.
Right. Exactly. So, and we've found that the Thieves products for cleaning and care, self-care, with the toothpaste and mouthwash and
there's so many
soaps
Thieves products.
And stuff,
that
they have great results and they're healthy for the environment and people.
Yeah. I like, the demos that we will give or others give about the Thieves household cleaner, and think about, cleaning your, even your cutting board or something after you've cut meat if you've cut raw meat on your cutting board or on your counter and you go and then you use, maybe before that you cleaned it with a chemical cleaner. Guess where those chemicals are going? In the meat you just cut up. But if you so if you use the Thieves, it's a great cleaner, and that's the one where we hear so much positive feedback about people. Once they start using it, they fall in love with it, and for some people that's like the main thing they use from Young Living.
Yes, and once you use that and then you go somewhere else and use their cleaner, like a toxic cleaner, you're shocked at how toxic it actually is.
Yeah. Even some of the organic cleaners that are on the market that someone who likes kale or has an electric car would use are surprisingly full of chemicals.
Yeah. You have to be careful.
So you got to know what's in the bottle. And so if you know somebody that has that kale diet going, or they're driving around a Tesla or maybe another electric car, hey, hook them up with us, because they're probably going to love what they can find out about these products.
Yes.
Or if that's you call us or connect with us over at Hunt4Wellness.com. Okay, number 3. Oh, I'm tired. I need more energy. Do we ever hear that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that most people?
I think it's most people, because we are bombarded in society with just a lot of bad things that make us get tired and draw the energy from us.
Yeah.
And even if you eat well, there's still things where, depending on your age too, you may be lacking certain supplemental things that you need to add to your diet or add to your, your vitamin regimen or whatever it may be. And so what do we got for those people?
Well, everyone deserves to have lots of energy and feel good. I mean, who doesn't want to feel good and be able to do the things they want to do, take care of their kids well, their grandbabies, their work, whatever they're passionate about, to be able to go out and do the things that are important and super fun for them. Yeah. And so there's actually a lot of supplements or different things like NingXia Red, NingXia Greens, Nitro, Zing, Super B vitamins. But just those are some of them, but we can help you figure out what is right for you or where to begin.
Yeah. We could just send you right to Nitro. And for some people, that's almost a little too much. Like it kind of can get you revved up.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do Nitro, but I love the regular NingXia. And there's so many other things like AminoWise, which helps, you replenish your amino acids that you maybe use during workout. So there's so many great things. But that's maybe where you need a little guidance, a little targeting to help you with your specific, situation.
Yeah, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. So
here to help.
If that's you or someone you know that says, I'm tired, I want more energy, you know where to send them, Hunt4Wellness.com. All right. I never say this one. I don't like getting old. That's because I'm not old, but we hear that, don't we, from people?
Yeah. But
some
you know
people,
what? We like to help people get old.
Yeah.
Because if you're not getting old, that means you're not living.
Yeah, right.
and it's a natural part of life.
Yeah, and some people feel like they're getting old because of maybe some of the habits they have that if they just change the habits, they could feel young.
Right. And getting old is not a problem. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to get old. Mm-hmm. And so to think about it in a positive way, too, and celebrate it. Celebrate the wisdom, the years learned, and to share that with family, with friends, with longtime friends, with family. That is so fantastic. And everybody can feel good and it has the opportunity to feel good.
Right.
I want you to have hope that you can feel good. And, part of it is healthy eating, organic eating, and drinking water. And again, there's supplements, NingXia Red. There's the Art skincare products, which are so good for your skin. There's collagen, Inner Beauty collagen. There's CBD, our vitamins.
One I just like to use the regular hand lotion. I've always been kind of a lotion person, and my skin is really soft. You wouldn't believe how old I am just by my skin, because my skin is really soft. And even my kids go, you have really soft skin. Why is that? Because I have been using lotion for a long time, but I particularly like the Genesis hand lotion. It is if you're a lotion person, some people aren't lotion people. If you are a lotion person, you are going to love Genesis. Is like nothing else that you've ever found before.
So here's the line. So if you're feeling a little crusty, talk to Christy. And together we'll celebrate longevity.
Nice. I love that. So those who don't like getting old and crusty, just remember Christy. That's good. I like that one. Okay, number 5, our last one. This room stinks.
Ew.
Ooh. Or have you walked into a place and it's like, you can smell the mold, or you can smell something is not quite right here, and it's not like bacon.
Right.
We like the smell of bacon.
Or the smell of fish.
Oh, yeah.
No. Eating fish is great. It tastes really good. Yeah, but like what your house smells like afterwards can be pretty yucky.
Yes. So how can someone be helped if they're always saying, or if they say this room stinks?
Yeah. Well, one thing about our home, let me tell you what the kids in the neighborhood have said. They're like, you have the best smelling home in the neighborhood. Yeah.
That's because we have like 8 diffusers spread out around the house and we diffuse nonstop. But that's part of the strategy too.
Yeah. Well, it does smell so good. And you can really change the smell easily and quickly with diffusing essential oils.
Right.
And Young Living has over like 200 essential oils, which are amazing. They're so much better for you than candles. Those scented candles or those scented things that you plug in, those are actually pretty toxic.
Yeah.
So to really clean the air, using an ultrasonic diffuser.
Yeah.
And diffusing, purification or lavender and citrus fresh. Thieves, various oils are
there's all kinds of
good.
And actually, we did a whole podcast episode. We got to put the link up for this one in the show notes on diffusing. And there's a free download of some diffuser recipes. I mean, you can like do winter nights, or there's some fun ones.
Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different things you can do depending on the scent that you want to have.
Right.
But, simple things like diffusing lemon when you're studying or trying to focus is a great thing.
Yes.
Diffusing, like we talked about earlier, we diffuse cedarwood, peace and calming, those kinds of things at night. It really helps support a good night's sleep.
And it feels like a spa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness, this smells so good.
Yeah.
And I love also the tree oils like Northern Lights Black Spruce or Idaho Grand Fir.
Yeah.
Those are incredible. And they support you emotionally. They support your brain, support emotions, smell so good. So there's so many things, and it's good for you. There's nothing bad for you.
Right. Oh, it's so awesome.
And it's safe for animals too, because the Young Living products are very clean. So there's no toxins in there to make animals sick.
Right. But animals, if they don't like the smell, will leave the room.
Yeah, you should, if your animal is around where you're diffusing, you should leave the door open so they can leave the area if it's bothering them.
Yeah. Again, certain things, oils affect different people differently. And some people just don't like the smell, or they, the animals don't like a certain thing, and that's okay. Not everything is great for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so that was This Room Stinks. So those are 5 things. If you just think, if you say these things, or if you hear someone saying them, they're a great person to connect with us. And you can do that over at Hunt4Wellness.com. There's a blue connect button there, and we offer a free 15-minute consultation, a discovery call just to get to know you. If you have questions about certain things in your journey, we're here to help, and we'd encourage you to go and do that. Any parting thoughts or sayings that you might have?
Well, thank you for listening and caring about your family.
Yeah.
And just taking some time to think about them, encourage them, regarding sleep, the environment, energy, aging gracefully, and improving the smell and quality of the air around them. That is so good.
That's living your best life.
It really is.
Which is the theme of the show.
Exactly.
Very good. Awesome. Well, hey, this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines that produce great water for your great wellness. Check it out over at waterdistillers.com. Hey, we're kind of sneaking up on the end of season 2 of the podcast. We'll be starting season 3 coming up very shortly. And so we want to invite you back for our next episode of Hunt for Wellness.